Starting now, this is Real People. Real issues. Real news. Real people.
I'm Stephanie Allensworth, and this is Real People.
This is Real People.
Hi, welcome to Real People. I'm Stephanie Allensworth. Today I have a co-host, Emily James. She's joining us today. And our guest is comedian Misha Estrin. I'm so sorry. I nailed it the first time and I screwed it up that time. So anyway, you are also known as the Free Hugs Guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just going to keep rolling with that. So, hey, tell us about yourself and what motivated you to start giving people free hugs.
Well, I was really depressed and I found a video online of this guy hugging people, and it was put to a really cool soundtrack, and I just felt so uplifted through that experience. I knew that's who I wanted to be, as that guy. So I went out with a free hug sign, and every single person I saw hugged me. Every single person was walking by, and I just had such a great feeling of acceptance and love, and it was the best moment of my life at that point in my life, but not now in my life, because I've had better moments than that. And I actually realized that moment was because everyone was going to a homecoming concert at the U of M, so they were probably drunk and just really open people in that state of mind.
Yeah, alcohol has a tendency to open people right up.
Yeah.
So you're also a comedian. So tell us a little bit about that and where you do your shows.
I do shows at bus stops. I often perform for myself when I'm practicing. You know, most comedians perform the most material just talking to themselves in their bedroom of things that they never actually perform. Secret.
That's a secret, huh? Okay, secret's out.
You did perform at your birthday party, though.
I did. What did
Yeah.
I perform there?
Your accent, your Russian, was it? But with
Yeah.
your friend Joe, that was really funny.
Give us
Thank
a little
you.
bit of that.
Yeah, so I also have alternate personas in stand-up, because I believe in creating as many people as possible without reproducing myself.
I think that's magnificent. That's brilliant, actually.
And you can create more people by being different people at different places in different situations.
Oh my gosh, I love that. You know, I used to be a cashier many, many years ago, and I would
Yeah.
change my accent all the time and start talking a different accent. It was just purely to amuse myself.
Did you do it like mid-conversation and see if they noticed?
I did not, but next time I will.
See how many times you can change accents before somebody's like, wait, so where are you from?
They asked me that anyway. I'm not sure why. But,
You get a
Another
shirt that says,
planet.
don't ask me where I'm from, and, just
yeah, I should.
and be as exotic as possible.
So, Misha, I have a question for you. So, I've known you a couple years. You know, we have a relationship, and I have seen you in so many different outfits and so many different styles. Do you feel like that's more of a persona, or do you feel like that's who you are at this point?
What's the difference between a persona and who I am?
Well, I mean, that's a good question. I think, like, if you're doing accents, is that who you are? I mean, you are speaking it, but it's a persona, right?
I believe who we are is defined by what we create for other people.
I like that. I like that.
And so whatever impact I have on people, I think that's what defines me the most. So I just dodged your question.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And you also, so you run speed fronting, which I was at last week, which was it's really fun. I think it's great for artists specifically. Do you do it for like other types of? Is there just speed fronting, and is there speed fronting for artists, or is it usually centered around artists?
Yeah, speed friending is there's speed friending for hipsters, where you can bring your mismatched socks and vintage jeans and music that nobody's ever heard, but now everyone's going to hear it. And there's speed friending for women, because I really believe women need a space where they can just meet other women, and you know, that was really big epiphany. A friend of mine was like, "You should do one for women." I was like, "What? That doesn't make any sense. Like, when you want to that's half the people are guys. I'm going to lose half the people that are coming to the event." She's like, "No. I just want an event where I can meet other women in like a very calm, supportive environment." And I think that's what other people are seeking. I was like, "Yeah, right." And then I'm going to post this.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about speed friending and maybe why you started it?
Yeah. So I started speed friending because I was looking for more friends. It was really selfish of me. A friend of mine said, you should, he was single at the time, he's now married, not because of speed friending, but he said, you have no idea what I'm gonna say, but I'm just talking about the preface before the ending, and now I'm explaining that concept as a third extrapolation from the conversation. Which, okay, so to answer your question, he said you should have a speed dating event before your stand-up comedy show. I think then you can just leave the doors closed and say, now we're doing a comedy show, nobody's going to leave. Now you have more audience members. And really it's, I think, because he wanted to meet somebody. And I posted it, and within 3 hours, 50 people RSVP'd.
Wow. Do you feel like you personally have gained friends and have gained a lot from speed friending in itself?
Yeah. Some of my best friends I met at speed friending events. Some of the best relationships that I have are from speed friending events.
What do you think is a good relationship, like in terms of friendships? Like, what do you look for in friends? Because I know you have a lot of friends.
Yeah, so those trying to make friends with me at home, here's going to be your answer of how to do it. Let me give you a treasure map that'll steer you in the wrong direction that may or may not result in our friendship. That's the key to friendship, is, keeping that sense of mystery and unsureness about yourself. Just kidding.
I don't think you're kidding. Okay, so.
Yeah, what do I look
answer?
for in a friend? What do you guys look for in a friend?
Somebody that's easy to be around and not stressful.
How do you know if they're easy to be around?
Oh boy, you feel it. You feel it. Because you certainly know when they're not easy to be around, right? When they're not easy to be around.
What are 5 signs not easy to be around?
Are you interviewing us now?
Yeah, for me, it's the people that only want to talk about themselves. And they're always complaining about something with negativity. All the negative energy will be just like an anvil right on top of me.
Yeah,
and
like
and these are the people that when they're talking to me, I'm like, oh, have you met so and so? And then I walk away.
Wow,
Sorry,
that's amazing.
My secret's out.
Oh, so if somebody...
I pass them off to somebody else.
Now you know.
Wow, that is so nice of you. That's the nicest move you can do.
Yeah.
You're like, that's so cool. That is really cool. I never thought of that.
Well, maybe that person will click with what's happening to them, and they can actually have a conversation about it. But if it's wearing me down and draining my energy, then I can't be a part of that. I have to step away. So.
You go, sister. You go, sister. That is real.
That's real. We're real people here.
Yeah.
Do you, I've seen also as well, some of your comedy, I've seen some of it, it's really great. What do you like to focus on when you are doing comedy? Like, what's kind of like do you have like a go-to style of comedy or like subject matter?
Yeah, my go-to style is pointing on what's going on in my head and what I'm thinking and feeling.
Just living in the moment, huh? Doing your comedy in the moment?
Yeah, because that's what creates moments.
Right. Like if you opened up the top of my head, a circus would come out most of the time, So you never know what I'm thinking. So being in the moment is great, especially if you can have fun with it, and entertain other people with it too, I like to laugh. Most people really like to laugh because laughing helps get rid of all of that negativity. It heals you. It's actually healing. So thank you. You are a healer, and I bet you already knew that, though, right?
I'm healed.
There you go. There you go. It just takes 1 minute of laughing.
Misha, have you always been this way?
Which one?
Which one of you?
Are you talking to?
Have you always, yeah, well, that's fair. Have you always like been interested in like more theatricality, comedy? Have you always been very gregarious with people? Has that always been your kind of way of living?
Yeah, so I actually used to be super depressed.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't express that side of myself. I'd kind of inhibit it. I'd feel like, oh, nobody wants to hear this. You know, I was very socially conscious, unlike the way I am now. And when I started performing, when I started doing things that I really cared about, that's when I gained the confidence to really be gregarious, to really be outgoing, to really showcase my full personality. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people inhibited.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is one way, definitely, you know, to uninhibit yourself and to get rid of depression. You know, I honestly believe that by doing what you did, you probably managed to do something that a lot of people could never do, and that's heal their own depression. I mean, most would run to the pharmacy and get the pill of the month, right? But you instead have just treated your depression with exuberance, mm-hmm. and you're living that, right? And I think that's awesome. I think that makes you a very interesting and fascinating person to observe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that it works just fine for your comedy and your free hugs and your art show. I understand you have an art show. I'm not sure we can say the name. It's, you want to go for it? It's got a
Weird Beep Art Show. There you go.
The Weird Beep Art Show.
But it's not me. But it's pretty awesome. And you have a garbage bag runway show.
Oh yeah.
Which,
let's talk about that.
Yeah. Do you like? Is it what inspired that? Like, do you consider yourself an artist?
Other people consider me an artist. I don't consider to put any sort of word to it. Just other people label me.
People like to label. It's a thing. You know, we all got to be put in a container or something. You know. So, but your garbage bag runway show. Let's talk about that. I mean, is it really like you wear trash bags and then just jazz them up? Because I haven't seen anything with it. So.
Yeah. Have you ever worn a trash bag? Maybe in the rain.
Actually, yes, in the rain, and also as Halloween costumes.
Really?
Yeah.
What did it look like? What was the name of the costume?
Well, Tom and I went one time. I guess it wasn't we were the 7-Up Cool Spots. Those red things, you know? I don't know if you remember those, but I guess it wasn't really trash bags, so. But yeah, we've done the trash bags when you get caught in the rain thing at a concert or something. But we've never really like put a belt on or accessorized them. So is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Just accessorizing and different types of trash bags, and like wear one as a hat, and you know, you could tie it off. I'm starting to envision all these great things you could do.
Keep going.
Right?
Share with us this.
Yeah. Well, I am. I'm starting to envision all these great things you could do with the trash bag. So.
What inspired you to start something so interesting?
I really like taking things that wouldn't be considered clothing and transforming them into clothing. I want people to look at each other and be really baffled and be really eye-opened, because I believe in taking people out of autopilot and into a state of mind where they're now fully engaged in an experience, because our life is made up of moments, and the better those moments are, the more captivating they are, I think the more higher quality of life we have.
Do you feel like a goal of yours is to help people find their true selves in a way? That's kind of a leading question, but.
Yes, it's very leading.
Yeah.
I think a goal of mine's definitely to help people find their true selves, or at least to feel like they found their true selves.
Yeah.
Because when you feel it, then you become it. Yeah, absolutely. So the plastic bag fashion show, people will dress up like fish and be trapped in the bags, and that's an environmentalist statement.
Yeah. I did think of one time when I actually wore, they're not trash bags though, but bread bags, when we were kids and we had leaky boots. The parents gave us the trash bags as liners. Not trash bags, but bread bags to put in our boots as liners so our feet wouldn't get wet.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
We didn't consider it a fashion statement, just a necessity.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you grow up poor. You end up with bread bags for shoes.
Oh, what is that? Yeah, these are Wonder Bread.
Yeah, they were.
So what's like the future for Misha? Do you have any more projects coming up, or do you just want to kind of continue what you're doing?
Yeah, the future for me is getting other people to create what I'm creating. Is getting other people to create communities, getting other people to create their own show, maybe out of cardboard, maybe out of newspapers, you know what I mean, maybe out of...
Fake plans.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Milk cartons, tin cans.
It's
Yeah.
limitless.
Anything
Yeah.
people recycle, anything
Yeah,
people
recycle.
throw away. Yeah, exactly. Hold on, before you throw away your high C juice box, I thought it would make a great corsage if I could just, one side, do you have some scissors and some paper mache? Let me just dissect it like a frog at science camp. But to answer your question, yeah, I want other people to create their own communities. And I think that's my mission in life, because I want to see as many people creating as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, creating is a good thing. Yeah, absolutely.
I remember when I was at your birthday party, and Misha has 3 birthday parties. It seems like every
3.
year, for different, for different occasions.
5 this year.
Yeah, 5 this year.
I'm throwing a couple more.
And I've heard some people say, "Wow, he is such a narcissist." What would you say to something like that? Because I don't think you're a narcissist, but I think that, what's the point? Why do you have 3 birthday parties? Because I think there's something else there besides just
Who said
celebrating
that?
you.
Who said that?
I'll tell you later.
Was it Wilson?
I'll tell you later.
Was it, okay.
You're going to have to sit up or you're going to be out of camera, my dear. There you go.
Okay. I think my voice can come through.
Because what's the point of 3 birthday parties? So it's more than just celebrating yourself, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the point of 3 birthday parties is oh man, I meet so many new people. And a question a lot of people ask me, along with 18 other questions that they ask me, and 20 more questions that they'd ask me after that, if I dodge the first 18 questions, which I often do, and it works out great, is dodge questions, people. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, if you can animate questions coming at me there, I think that would be very entertaining. So, to answer the question that I'm dodging, people ask me, when's your birthday party? And sometimes I just make up a birthday and say, oh, it's 2 weeks from now. And they go, where is it at? And then I just name a random place. And then I'm like, you know what? I want to see that person again. So then I create a Facebook event for that birthday party. And then I invite other people. And And people show up, and people don't even question it. Like, I've invited people to like 3 birthday parties, and they don't even go, "Why are you having a 3rd one?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've invited me to the last 2.
But it's about having fun, isn't it? It's just about having fun and getting together and meeting people. So that's, to me, it's like, why not? I call my birthday the birthday month. We party all month long.
You just let him close out laughing.
It's a contagious laugh.
Yeah.
I see you've caught my laughter. Here's a vaccine. It's too late now. You can give it to other people
can
so
save
they don't
other
catch
people.
your laughter.
You got the vaccine?
You have the health insurance?
I'm an anti-vaxxer, sorry.
Oh man, let me show you a slideshow. What happens if my laugh spreads around the world to convince you?
Probably would be positive.
I would think so, actually.
I have a question. Oh,
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
so you call yourself Jeff Goldblum's son. Why is that? What's the thought process behind that?
Well, my dad is Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, okay.
Long uncomfortable
Just quiet
silence. I really hope he
I
is,
like his
because
work.
I love Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, well,
Yes, I'm seeing it now.
are you seeing it now?
I understand.
I think he's a fabulous actor. But yeah, I mean, well, what do you do with that, huh?
Yes, there's so many things to do with one thing.
That was really cryptic.
Yeah, that was. Okay. We're having a moment here. Okay. So you've got more questions? Or are we just going to go?
I mean, we could just watch him see if anything comes to
it's
his.
a bit Statue of Liberty right now. You know, that's a kind of a Statue of Liberty look. You're going to hold up the torch. Da, 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 da.
Do you do any other type of art form besides well, I know you don't call yourself an artist, but do you besides comedy, do you create things? Do you do any sort of art or any kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to throw some
write?
questions back at you guys. But I'll answer your question. Yes, many Americans say pain is an art. And it is emotions and expressions that create color and vividness.
And are you saying that your art comes from pain and emotions? To
Yes.
paint the colors and
Yes.
emotions?
Yes,
Yeah.
I paint sadness, I paint anguish, nostalgia.
Both of those were happy faces. Sorry.
Oh yes, you must pretend when Big Brother watching. I'm so happy in English. Tell me about the kind of art that you guys create.
Would
Well, I'm a filmmaker, and you were in one of my films, so you know what kind of art I create.
Yeah, yeah, I was in it. I was art.
Yeah, you were. He was actually one of my films. I met him that's where I met him, on the street. And we were I was just had my camera, and I was trying to find an inspiration. And then you just came up with an outfit kind of like what you're wearing today. And then you talked about, I think we were in Uptown, and we talked about Lake Calhoun, and you were talking about, you said something very I built my film around Misha, because it was, it was really, really great. And I think when you're in that environment, I think people really benefit from seeing you when you're in your natural environment of meeting people out on the streets, I think that's what makes you really, really special too. But I think that I'm trying to get Misha to do a documentary with me, and hopefully that's something we could do, because I think that there's a lot that you could say with we know when you're kind of, I wouldn't say necessarily caught off guard, but maybe where you have your guard down a little bit.
I'm not too sure he ever has his guard down. Personally, I like to make music, and I like to. I was an artist. I used to draw all the time. I actually sketch, charcoal and pencil and things like that, and I was so into drawing, and then into music, and then into this sort of thing, and yeah. So I don't know. I like to dabble in everything. I don't. I'm a bit like you in that respect. I like to dabble and explore and try things, and why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're winding down a little bit here. So is there any? He's melting. He's melting, folks. Okay.
Anything you want to promote?
I have to sign us out now. Thank you, Misha, for being here with us. Thanks so much. And just give me a handshake there.
And I was
Thank
wondering.
you for. Hey, hang on one second. Thank you for co-hosting with me today.
Yeah,
I think you did an absolutely wonderful job. You really studied up and had your questions. So
Hard-hitting questions.
yeah.
Anything you'd like to promote at all, quickly in the next 30 seconds?
Yeah. Could we get the video of me up on here, and can I kind of interact
We have
with
6
it?
seconds.
I got to roll us
4.
out here.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being here on Real People with Stephanie Allensworth. Thank you to my guest, Misha. We'll see you next time. Bye now. Okay. He's like, just keep going, whatever.
Anything to
Doesn't matter.
promote in the 10 seconds?
Oh. Yeah.
We're going to put one of your videos up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It'll be airing it'll be rolling at the beginning or the end.
Right. But we have to get the MPEG version, right?